positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. So I was talking with a friend of mine, and we were talking about these dudes who are still trying to get street cred in their 30s, their 40s, their 50s. And it was funny because my partner, he's successful in the real estate game. My other partner, he's got his own business. I got another friend, he does some plumbing stuff. They're all very successful. But we were talking about when we were young and all the shit we used to get into. And I'm like, dude, if you're still trying to get street cred in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, you might as well get Born to Lose tattooed on your forehead. You're a straight idiot. Street cred? What does that shit really mean? You're a badass, you're a tough guy, what does that mean? When you get into your 30s, you should be concerned with trying to raise your family, surround yourself around other like-minded individuals, things you can do for humanity, helping others, being a role model, looking out for your parents. Those are the things you prioritize in your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s. You grow out of the bullshit. You know, who cares if you don't have the gold chain or you're not, rocking the latest Gucci? I mean, that shit is for like these youngsters out here, which is fine and dandy because you're still trying to find yourself. But even with the street cred thing, you usually go through that phase when you're very, 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 very immature. You know, in your teens, you're doing dumb shit, things you don't think about, the consequence. Maybe in your early 20s, you do your last little hoorah. But once you go sit down for a little while and you get in your 30s, you're like, man, it is what it is. You can't go back in time. If you was a buster in your teens, now you're trying to be somebody in your 30s, that's like ass backwards. At that point, you might as well just accept the fact that you was a buster and that you just got to go on your way and just be a regular dude. Ain't nothing wrong with being a regular dude. You ain't got to be nobody super hard. And even if you weren't no gangster growing up, then if you were the square, that's fine too. But to try to redeem yourself because you were, getting punked in high school, or, you got bullied, now you want to be the bully or the tough guy, man, that's a weak comeback, man. That's a lame excuse to try to be something as you've matured and been on this earth longer, but you're going backwards in your behavior. It doesn't add up. When I see old cats still, trying to sag and talk like they were from the streets and all this stuff, it's like, dude, do you have kids or grandkids or people that look up to you? This is what you want to, this is what you want to project. This is what you want them to see. Come on, man. That street cred shit it's something you get by default. Most of the time you don't set out to go be this guy in the hood. You just become that person by your actions, and the streets give you the street cred. See, you can't say you got the streets determine that, because you can think you're the hardest dude on the block, but if the street said you a punk, you a buster, and you done got jacked multiple times, and you ain't got no respect, then you ain't got no street cred. That's just how the game goes. The streets determine where you fall in that hierarchy. But better yet, why not try to get credibility somewhere else? I mean, if you were able to avoid all the street shit and you made it into your 30s and you're pretty successful and you have kids, why not try to project something better than what you grew up around? Why not try to have something more so that you can be an inspiration? I don't understand why you would want to pretend to be something that's of a lower frequency for the sake of trying to impress a lower frequency group of individuals. And everything has its place, man. You can't have high without low. You can't have skinny without the fat. You can't have tall without the short. You know, that's just life. But the street cred shit, man, and dudes still trying to act like they gang banging, and it's like, you know, it's not like you're hanging out in the alleyway drinking 40 still, tagging up walls, and you know, you run up in a liquor store. Where you from? I mean, come on, man. If you're doing that in your 40s, man, like I said, get 2 or 3 of those tattoos born to lose on you because you're not winning like that. You're not going to accomplish anything like that. And you're leading your young ones down the same path of nothingness because they're following what you're doing, seeing you in your 40s and 50s acting like that. I can only imagine what they think and what they're trying to become. Every generation should be an inspiration for the next generation. So you should always want them to be better than what you were. You should never want them to start from zero like you did. You should never want them to have the same mentality you did. You want their mentality to be greater. You want them to be more determined, more driven, greater aspirations. If you went to 2 or 3 countries, you want them to go to 5 to 8 countries. If you were able to get to this certain level of finances, you want them to triple that because that's what you do. You elevate your family beneath you. You know, you elevate those who come after you. You want them to grow and become something greater. So, yeah. You got that born to lose tattoo? Hey, man. Thumbs up to you. You're a great inspiration to all those around you. Leave a comment, share the channel, subscribe. BigHerc916. It's official. Little Herc's Big Lessons, a story of kindness and integrity, written by BigHerc916 and Lisa Timmons. Me and Wifey are dropping the children's book series. If you want to pick up a great book that you could share with your kids, teach them some valuable lessons, and build on some values, this is the book. I'm also available to pop in at your school or your daycare and read to the kids. We got to save the kids. It's all about the kids, man. Link in the description. Popos are coming. I gotta hurry up and wash my ass. Go to BigHerc916.com, pick you up a bar of soap, and wash your ass, or else you're gonna be under arrest too. Oh, shit. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.